All right, we're off road. Got it aired down, and there are some camps up there, but I'm gonna try up here first. We're going to the top of those mountains. There's a pass up there. Not sure I can make it, but we'll give it a try. We have some wild horses here. I know they don't look wild. They look pretty calm, but they're wild. I got up to take a look at the view, which is, I don't know, pretty spectacular in my book. And almost as spectacular is the poo. Looks like some antelope, I'm guessing. I haven't seen antelope yet. Let's see, can we see Salt Lake City out there? Not quite. A little hazy. No loss. I think we're going up that little slot there. It's a pass through these mountains. They get prettier as you get up closer. So, looking forward to it. Not a bad road at all. So far, so good. I'm hoping we got some nice views up there too. Well, we made it. What do we have here? Obviously a cabin. And of course somebody had to tag it. Wow. Well, it needs a bit of scrubbing, I think. Someone needs to do a little bit of a refresh. And of course we have Pack Rat. I think I saw him scurrying around too, somewhere. And that's the view. I don't know if I'd choose that view. There are some incredible views out here though. Maybe when they put the cabin here, there were less trees. It's a camp spot here, but it's windy right now. It's going to be more windy. Trying to camp in a pass is real problematic. I wonder what he built that for. And what the heck kind of plant is that? I'm going to look that up. That out there is a military test range for, I think it's for cruise missiles. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but something loud out there. And that little valley even looks worth exploring someday. Very pretty up here. All right, I'm gonna go down and find a camp. Boy, this didn't look as steep coming up. I mean, it's a decent road and everything, but maybe I spoke too soon. But it's narrow, so I'm getting some pinstriping. So this is a clue, maybe, if I only knew how to read it. Obviously it's a pen with a watering trough here. Probably for cattle, I guess. I mean, this looks like way overkill for horses. And it's not far from that cabin. The cabin is just up on that hill. So, kind of cool. Cattle poo. Okay, view, check. Fireplace, check. Level, not quite, but close enough. Horses, check. I have wild horses at my camp. It's a reverse sunset. Sunset's behind the mountains now, shining out there. And it's time for Caveman TV. What channel shall I watch tonight? Welcome to camp. Getting the fire going here. It's been really warm all day. It's up to like 73. But the sun's going down over the mountains there. Gorgeous. Gorgeous show it's putting on. Anyway, I'm going to make some dinner and watch some more Caveman TV here and read a book. It's not quite spring yet. The aspens are not blooming out. There's a spring there called Mud Spring. And the mountains around here are pretty, very pretty. They're kind of a rhyolitic, extrusive, igneous rock. There's a cave up there too that you can see when the sun gets far enough up. Yeah, people have probably seen me make coffee before, but I use an electric kettle. I have to have a power supply to run the fridge, so this thing takes only like a minute or so to get boiling water. And I don't have to futz with all the propane and butane and whatnot that you use with those jet boils. It's very convenient. And then I have an espresso maker and a grinder, so I make pretty good espresso. So I've got 2 shots of espresso in there, and I like an iced latte, so it's pretty easy. If you have espresso, milk, and ice. I don't have one of those dual zone fridges. They're they use up a lot of electricity. Try and keep that to a minimum. It's kind of hard to generate electricity out here other than when you're driving. Anyway, I put ice in these little canisters, insulated canisters, put them in the fridge, and it lasts, I mean, it's lasted as long as I've ever tried, more than a week. So that's how I get my iced latte. And there it is. Cheers. Hope you're having a nice beverage yourself. Oh, that's good. Well, it's not exactly wildlife, but it explains some things I've seen out here. Get a herd of sheep. Apparently disturbing their morning nap. Poor things. I hope they're not vicious vorpal sheep. I don't want to get my throat torn out. This is the boardwalk to Blue Lake, which is kind of an anomalous spring-fed freshwater lake out here in the middle of the Bonneville Salt Flats. This is, believe it or not, a scuba diving lake. This little dock I'm going to, they actually scuba dive from. It's something like 60 feet deep and quite clear. Apparently, at certain times of year. This is a wildlife preserve. And you can imagine, very dry area, so when the birds fly through here, it's a freshwater lake, clear all winter long. Not that they're migrating in winter, but this is it. And we see birds. There are some birds here. Yes. I'm terrible at photographing birds. Some little ducks. You can see the bottom, gravelly bottom. That's the stairs I use to go scuba diving in there. Crazy. Should have brought a swimsuit. It's supposed to be like 85 degrees. We're still at Blue Lake Wildlife Refuge. And you can kind of see this wetland here. What I wanted to show though is up on the hills there. You can see sort of level lines, horizontal lines, which is where the shoreline of Ancient Lake Bonneville was back 14,800 years ago. So we're heading out to Gold Hill now, which is a ghost town. Obviously, a gold mine was there at one point. And I thought this is an interesting point of view. All of those hills and mountains you see out there were islands in Paleo Lake Bonneville. The shoreline was probably right about here. Imagine this being this giant sea, 1,000 feet deep in some places. This is a great map to illustrate what's going on out here 15,000 years ago at the end of the last ice age. The dark blue area is the greatest extent of Lake Bonneville, and we're on the west side of that. You can see that Bonneville covered most of the west side of Utah. The different shorelines can be seen also. Sort of the history that happened here is the medium blue color was the extent of Lake Bonneville most of its life early on, the first shoreline, if you will, of Lake Bonneville. And then a volcanic eruption happened that diverted a river into the lake, a river that used to flow into the Snake River. So that river began to fill up the lake. So it expanded to the dark blue shoreline and eventually overflowed. And when it did overflow, it was catastrophic. It caused Twin Falls in Idaho and a lot of this erosion that you see along the Snake River there was quite a sight to see if you were around at the time. Anyway, after that, it went back to a lower shoreline. And so out here in the terrain, you could see those different shorelines, the erosion patterns on these mountains. And what are mountains now, what we just showed you, were actually islands back in the day of the Great Lake Bonneville. Until today, we're left with what you see there in white, which is called the Great Salt Lake. But as you can see, it used to be greater. And the Salt Lake is almost disappearing now. We're coming into Gold Hill. It's a partial ghost town. There's still people here, obviously, waiting for the price of gold to go up, I guess. An old foundation there is burnt down. And over there up on the hill behind the telephone pole is an old stamp mill, it looks like. They used to have those really thick foundations because they had put big rocks through and stamped them to make smaller rocks. And this is the Mercantile, an old general store. Can't quite make that out. Not a heck of a lot left inside. Gold Hill was, I think, incorporated in what, 1877? Something like that. It was a going concern for a long time. Had its ups and downs. We're being watched by the locals. I'm watching them right back.
Shiver
Looks like we made it to camp. We're in a place called the Honeycomb Hills, way out in the middle of, well, nowhere. Oh, cool. Phew, made it. That went a long way back. No branches or adits, though. I guess it was uranium mined there. There's camp down there. And I sent the drone up, and I scrambled up this hill here. It's kind of fun. Out on this tailings pile, though, somebody's got a piece of artwork here. A dinosaur. Looks like that's the head, kind of turned backwards. Rib cage, tail. Very nice, though. Bravo. Well, this is what driving is like out here. Lots of flat, relatively desolate but beautiful land. And then all of these little ranges out here. I find it pretty interesting and just vast. So many places to explore. And too little gas, as it turns out. Well, this is what I call the interesting hills. Not sure what the real name is. We're going up to Burbank Pass, I believe. Anyway, this is a nice change of pace from the hard desert. The summit of Burbank Pass, and that is the Great Basin, obviously, and the national park to the right in the distance. There's Lake Pruess, or Pruess. Who'd have thought a lake out here? Lake Pruess. And there are quite a few birds on that. I made some of my incredible homemade tacos, taco filling, and I'm going to try them now and let you know how it comes out. Missing something. I know what it's missing. Hell's Racha, brought to you by the Pope of Winder, Vatican approved. I'm sure that he will give you a 50% discount at least if you just mention that you saw it on my channel. And all of that discount and all the money he makes is going to go to supporting my channel. So get with it, because now, let's see, we'll just double check. Oh yes, heavenly. It's the golden hour. We're gonna get ready to take off tomorrow, get the tires aired up, get the awning taken down, and get ready to go. It's been a beautiful, beautiful stay. There's writing in the sky. More writing. Not quite sure what it says though. Oh no, it's continuing. Can anyone decipher it? I guess it's time to erase and start over. And after all that, all we have is this mysterious object. Good night, everyone.